All right, am I audible, everyone? Can you hear me?
நீங்க இப்படி உட்காந்துருக்கீங்க இதான் ஆங்கர் மாதிரி உட்காந்துருக்காரு இன்டர்வியூ எடுத்து எனக்கு புரியல.
Yes, no. Okay, am I audible or not?
இல்ல தெரிஞ்சு ஓனர் ஆனதுனால சார்
Yeah, the people in the call here, are you able to hear me or not?
சார் என்னோட
Okay, do you hear me or not? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So we already discussed on conditionals in the last class, right? So here are some questions for you. Um, please work on this. We'll take the first 5 questions first. So in each of the questions that you have, the kind of conditionals and the verbs are indicated in brackets. Okay, so I think if you understand the conditionals, then all you have to do is use the verbs in their right forms. Okay, so do the first 5 and then we can discuss it.
Ma'am, please show the question.
Okay, just a second. I just noticed that it is not sure. 1 second. Happened to this. Okay. Is it visible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, go ahead. No, I am not talking, Vishwajit. I've asked you to solve these questions from 1 to 5 so that we can discuss. Because anyway, the discussion we already had in the last class, so I don't wish to go over it again. So we're just trying to solve this exercise. Okay, what have you answered for the first question though? I would like to hear. This is first conditional, right? So what are the forms that you've used for this? You have not work and you have not pass, which means the verbs are both given in negative, but you will have to use them in the right forms to make it as condition.
Ma'am, if we not work harder, we don't
Please,
pass.
sorry, little louder, Neetu.
If we not work harder, we
Ah,
don't pass the exam.
is it that if we not work harder, we not pass the exam? That's not right, right? You'll have to use it in the. So what forms of verb will you put it into?
In present, uh,
Simple present, right? So how do you convert simple present for both not work and not pass?
we can't we can't pass the exam. If we not work
We
harder,
don't use model verbs, right? We have to use helping verbs. But then if you say can, then you're introducing model verbs into it, which is not the point here. So you have to say we don't, right? If we don't work harder, we won't pass the exam. Sorry, we won't pass the exam. This is first condition. So, because it's first conditional, you know that the second part of it has to be in simple future tense. So, will plus not pass will be won't pass. Okay, so if we don't work harder, we won't pass the exam. That's the answer. Be careful about these things. Don't the auxiliaries when you use with the negative forms, you have to ensure that you're using the right helping verbs. Do not introduce model verbs unnecessarily because they have worked with the other kind of conditionals, right? And second conditionals and third conditionals and all, they do have a role to play. The first one is free of all that. You're only keeping it simple present tense by introducing. And in case you have negative forms of verb to be used, then you'll have to use the auxiliaries that are associated with it, which is do, does, did. So don't work and won't pass. Won't pass because will plus not pass is won't pass. Okay. How about the second one? That's in third condition. What are the, how do you use the tense form for third conditional? If
ma'am,
clause is in which,
past perfect.
Correct. So if clause is in past perfect, how about um the resultant clause?
Main clause.
It is uh, the the independent clause, right? If clause will have past perfect, that's right. But what does the other thing carry? It is either would or could or might or one of those plus the
Past participle.
past participle plus the past participle. Correct. So how do you then write this one? Not be.
Ma'am, if the
If the
Yeah.
students have
Uh,
wouldn't
Not wouldn't.
if the
Past perfect forms are usually how? What is the structure? It has to be had plus the past
yes,
participle. Yeah. So how do you convert this not be into past perfect?
if the students had not be late for the exam,
Hmm.
uh, they,
Hadn't been, had not been.
yeah,
Okay. Had not been, had not been late for the exam.
they would have passed.
They would have they would have passed. Correct. Yeah. So if the students hadn't been late for the exam, they would have passed. That's right. Okay. Third one is again third conditional. Not be and then go. Same structure, same format.
Ma'am, if the weather hadn't been so cold,
Uh,
uh, we would have uh, gone to the beach.
okay. Correct. If the weather hadn't been so cold, we would have gone to the beach. Correct. Fourth one would
and
be second. Uh,
we could go to the beach.
yeah.
Right.
Anything among that, even would, could, might, it won't make a lot of difference there. Okay. So then comes this is this one, fourth one. Second conditional, if she dash her laptop with her, have her laptop with her, she dash email me.
If she have her laptop with her, she could email me, or she would email me.
Uh, if she had her laptop, because in second conditional, the if clause is always in the simple past tense, right? It has to be in the simple past tense. So if she had her laptop with her, she, how would the second part work for second conditional?
She could email.
I she
You could either say she could or would or might email me, right? Would email me. Would plus the base form of the verb. So she would email me, she could email me, she might email me, whatever. Choice of modal verb is non-restrictive. You use any, but then the verb has to be in its base form, right? Would email me, could email me, might email me. Okay. Now, fifth one is again first conditional. What is the answer for this one? If she dash go to the meeting, not go to the meeting, I dash not go either.
If she does not go to the meeting,
If she does not go to the meeting, yes,
I will not go.
ah, ah. I will not go either, or I won't go either, right? If she doesn't go to the meeting, I won't go either. Okay. Now 6 to 10. Can you please take a look at 6 to 10? Be ready with the answers for that. We'll discuss.
if the baby ma'am,
Yeah, take a look at it. I'll come back to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in one go. You be ready with the answers and then we can discuss from 6 to 10 together. Okay, so have you been able to finish it? Are you still looking at it? Completed? No? Okay, let's look at the sixth one. We can, maybe we can, I think, do it along. Have you done at least the 6, 7, 8 at least?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's look at this one, sixth one. If the baby dash sleep better last night, I dash not be so tired, and this has to be done in third condition. If the baby dash sleep better last night, yeah.
Had slept.
If the baby had
Had slept.
If the
yeah
baby had slept,
slept
correct.
better last night,
Better
I
last night.
I wouldn't been so tired.
No, that's not right.
I
You have
could
to
not
use
be.
would plus. You have to use the model plus the
Sorry,
past
would have.
participle form. Would have. I wouldn't have been so
Yeah.
tired, right? I wouldn't have been so tired, or I would not have been so tired. Correct. Then seventh one is the first conditional. If the teacher dash give us
If
lots of homework this weekend, I dash not be happy.
if the teacher give us lots of homework, I won't be or I will not be happy.
The
If the
teacher
teacher
come again.
gives,
If the teacher gives us, if the teacher gives us lots of homework this weekend,
I will not be happy.
I will not be happy, or I won't be happy. Right. Okay. Then eighth one, second conditional. If Lucy dash have enough time, she dash travel more. Second conditional this is. So if Lucy, simple past tense.
Yes, ma'am.
If
If, uh,
If Lucy
hmm,
had been enough time,
had enough time. Yeah. If Lucy had enough time, she
she would
would or could
yeah,
or might, yeah,
yeah she
travel more.
yeah
She could travel more. She would travel. She might travel. Okay. All right. Now, ninth one. If the children, this is first conditional, if the children dash not eat soon, they dash be grumpy. If the children
if the
dash not
children not
eat soon,
eats
they dash be so grumpy. If the children,
if the children not eat soon, they will
no,
be grumpy.
no, you can't write. No, you can't write the negative form without the auxiliary. No, I think we discussed this.
Yes, ma'am.
So how do you write it? If the children,
Children.
so your subject is plural. Which auxiliary can you use among do, does, and did? And because this is present tense, you don't have the option of
Do, ma'am.
so how will you write that? If the children do not eat soon, right?
Do
Or
not eat.
don't eat soon.
Yes.
Don't eat soon, they will be grumpy. Right? Okay. Then comes 10th one. First conditional, which is again, if I dash not go to bed soon, I dash be tired in the morning.
If I did not go,
Why are you saying
sorry. Sorry, ma'am. If I do not go to bed
uh,
soon,
uh,
I will be tired in the morning.
yeah, if I do not go to bed soon, I will be tired in the morning. Okay. All right. Now the next set, I'll just scroll the page for you just a moment. Mm, From 11 up to 15. Okay. So once you're done with this thing, we'll just do a few more questions in the mixed conditional thing, okay? That's usually not a very popular kind of conditional, but then mostly what you get are either first, second, or third. Even zero conditional is not that popular, but you should know what they are, right? We already discussed. If it is mostly a fact that is presented, then it will be zero conditional. And instead of present tense and future tense for the first conditional, you'll have present tense, present tense. Just keep in mind that part, right? Because they state general facts. There'll be no question of any other tense for the verbs in the both the if clauses and the if clause and the main clause. Both will have to be written in simple present tense. That's only catch. Third conditional anyway mixed conditional anyway we'll look at a few questions so that you can do it better. Okay. Question 11. If I dash want a new car, I dash buy one. This is second condition.
Ma'am, if I wanted a new car,
Mhm.
I would have bought one.
Hmm. This is second conditional. Please, you need to look at your main clause a little more.
I would bought one.
First blank is right. If I wanted a new car. How about the second one?
I would,
Sorry.
I would, mm,
I would buy one, right? I would or I could buy one and I buy one. You don't use any other forms there. It is just would and the base form of the verb. Second conditional. If I wanted a new car, I would buy one. Then 12th is again second conditional. Uh, if Joe's, why does it have a, is it a number or
Actually, ma'am,
is it?
sometimes I got confused with the second
Uh,
sentence. This is the problem.
yeah. Okay.
Because first sentence, we have to in second clause, second condition, we like generally we put if clause, and I mean this clause, I mean used to for past uh, simple tense,
Hmm.
but in main clause, like we have to take a past one, or maybe that's the confusion actually.
There's no confusion. So in the second conditional, you use would plus the sorry, the base form of the verb. That's all. Because here the point is not, we are not talking about a change in the past or change in the past that has led to a change in the result in future, anything, right? So we are not talking about any such complicated condition. We're simply representing a hypothetical or an imaginary condition, right? Something that is unreal. So the only point here is that because we're talking about hypothetical imaginary stuff, we're going to talk about the first part, which is the if clause, is going to be in the simple past tense, and the next part doesn't have a question of tense. There is only one model auxiliary would and the base form of the verb involved. So all the other questions of tense comes in first conditional Zero conditional, third conditional case. Second conditional, the only thing that you need to keep in mind is if clause would be in simple past tense. The other part has no tense, right? Because literally you only have that modal verb and then the participle. Both of, sorry, not the participle, the base form, the verb. Both of them don't have any tense. So 12th question, if you look at it, then if Joe's or who's say, I don't know how do they say it, both of that could be okay, depending on, who's reading it. So if Joe's dash not speak good French, okay, so this is the if clause in second conditional. So how are you going to write this one?
Which one?
12th one, first part. It's simple past tense. So how are you going to write it? If Joe's did not
Is
speak
Joe
good French, right? If Joe did not speak good French, he would not move to
moved
Paris.
to Paris?
Would not move to Paris because we don't have any other tense in any other blanks. Only the first one will have the simple past tense. So if Joe's did not, simple past tense for not speak is did not speak. So if Joe's did not or didn't speak good French, he would not move to Paris. Would plus base form. Base form is not move itself. Would not move to Paris. Okay. The 13th one. If John dash drink too much coffee, he dash get ill.
If John drinks
First
too much
conditional
coffee,
this is. If John drinks too much coffee, correct?
he will get ill.
He will get ill, right? He will get ill, correct. 14th one is third conditional. If we dash tidy our flat, we dash not lose our keys. So past perfect and then again would plus the past participle form.
If we had tidied our flat,
Yeah, if we had tidied our flats, right? Tidied. If we had tidied our flat, we
we could
would,
could not we
could or
wouldn't
would or might not
lose our keys.
past participle form, right? So what would you write? Not
Then
have lost. Would not have lost, right? We would not have lost our keys. If we
Yes,
had
yes.
tidied our flat, we would not have lost our keys. Okay. Would or could, whatever you can use as you wish there. Now, again, 15th one is again third conditional. Try it on your own. If Luke dash not send flowers to his mother, she dash not be happy.
If Luke had not sent flowers to his mother,
Correct.
she would not been happy.
She would not have been happy.
Yeah.
She would not have
Right.
been happy. Okay. Or wouldn't have been happy. Couldn't have been happy. Anything. She wouldn't have been happy or she would not have been happy. Both are okay. Then 16th is second conditional again. If the children dash in bed, I dash be able to have a bath. Second condition. So what would be the if clause in? It will be in which tense for second conditional?
Simple present. Simple.
Ah,
Sorry, simple past.
simple past. So how do you write that? If the children, be is your verb and you have to convert be into simple past and you should remember that your subject is plural.
Yes.
Went.
Yeah? Sorry,
uh,
come again.
if the children went in bed,
If the children weren't, right, or weren't. If the children weren't in bed. Okay. Oh, sorry. No, there's no negative form, right? If the children were in bed, yeah. So not were in. If the children were in bed, I
would be able to have a bath.
I would be able to have a I would be able to have a bath. Correct. I would be able to have a bath. Now 17th is same. If you dash not be so stubborn, we dash not have so many arguments. Not be. So now you have be, but then there's a negative form and there's also you. With you, what is the form that you use? Oh, sorry, where are we? Yeah, with you, simple past tense would be what? Were only, right? Were only. If you, but
Yes.
then here it is negative. So you say if you weren't so stubborn, we would, and
Would
then
not
the base
have
form,
would not have.
we would not have so many arguments.
Yes,
We
ma'am.
would not have so many arguments. Okay. 18th one, if Julie dash not go to Sweden, she dash go to Germany. This is third condition. Third conditional, past perfect, would, and then the participle, past participle.
If Julie
Ah,
had not gone to Sweden,
correct.
uh, she would
Ah,
have uh,
ah,
gone to Germany.
correct, correct. If Julie had not gone to Sweden, she would have gone to Germany. Okay, correct. Now, 19th one, first conditional. If she dash go to the library, she dash study more. Expression of real possibilities. So, simple present, simple future.
Ma'am,
If she goes
if
to the library, she
yes,
will
If she
study.
goes to the
goes to
library,
library,
She will
she
study.
will.
ah,
Sorry.
correct. She will study. Okay. Now, 20th one, third conditional. If we dash not have an argument, we dash not be late.
If we had
Hmm.
if we had not an argument,
You have to construct it a little properly. Not have. What is the past perfect form of not have? So keep in mind the subject also. You have we. So with we,
if we not had any argument,
uh-huh,
and
uh-huh. So um, um, what is the past perfect form for the word not have?
not had,
Not have, not had. Past perfect form.
this one not had,
No. How do you write that?
not had been,
Not had been. No. What is the past form for the word not have? Tell me that.
not had,
Ah, so hadn't, right? So not had. That's correct. But then you need to know that this is a past perfect form because it's third conditional. So how do you write it? What's the past perfect form for not have? Had not had, right? Had not had. It's the past perfect form. Or you say had not had, or you say hadn't had, right? If we hadn't had an argument, so
we
this
would
is would plus past participle form.
We would not be late.
We wouldn't have been late. We wouldn't have been late, right? You're using the need to use the past participle also along with would. So wouldn't have been late. Okay. I think from what my general understanding is, you have confusions with the be forms of verb. Please take some care with that.
Yes,
Just
ma'am.
have a table or something prepared on how it works, right? You need to know how the B forms work. Uh, do one thing, just write down the forms for each of them, both in the positive and negative form, because I see you have a lot of confusion in that part. Okay, so hadn't had, right? Hadn't had. If we hadn't had an argument, this is the past perfect form of not have. Hmm? We wouldn't have what is this not be able to, we wouldn't if we hadn't had an argument, we wouldn't have been late. Okay. Wouldn't have been late.
Yes,
Even I have noticed, ma'am.
Yes,
Even I have noticed Neetu and me are having facing problem in third conditional, ma'am.
with the third conditional, I don't think the problem is with third conditional. The problem
I
is
mean,
that you're not
yeah,
prepared with the forms of verbs. You have
yes.
confusions with verb forms. You understand, see, conditional is just a it's more like a you know uh, communicative category. So grammar is quite clear there. Once you know that what tense applies to first, second, and third conditional, it's not a problem. Your problems come from the fact that you're not able to create accurate verb forms. That's the problem. That's what my understanding from the past, by looking at your answers in the past half an hour. So you know what comes. You know that there's a present tense and a future tense in first condition. You know about the simple past tense in second condition. But you're facing problems with creating forms of the verbs. And that's not a problem with your understanding of conditional. That's basically a problem with your not even understanding. You do not know how to convert forms of verbs, right? So please pay some attention to that. Okay, so this is 21st. So can we do 21 to 25? I'll give you some more time. Take some 2 3 minutes. Be ready. Think a little and then answer.
ma'am.
You probably take a little more time to answer, but since I am doing it for a while, I'm able to get it quickly. So I'll give you 2 3 minutes. Sit with it. Yeah,
Ma'am,
Anita, you have a question?
yes, ma'am. Ma'am, for 20th question, uh,
Yeah.
when we are feeling we not be late, ma'am,
Hmm.
in place of we have to write we won't have been or we couldn't have been. We have
Couldn't have been. Why would you write won't have been? Won't is will, no? We
yes,
don't have the question of will there. We either use would or could or might.
we can use any of them.
Any from would, could, or might, not won't. Won't is will not. That is wrong. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
We could not have been. We
They
have to
couldn't
fill.
have been late, but it will have a different meaning. But yeah, it's not grammatically wrong. So,
Okay.
okay, 21 to 25. Take few minutes and we can finish off that. Okay, so what did you answer for the 21st one? If you dash arrive early, dash less stressful.
Ma'am, if
If
you
you are arrived early, it would be less stressful.
What is it? Sorry, the first blank is if you
arrived,
if you arrived early, correct? Simple past tense. So if you arrived early, it
it could have been.
by have been we don't need it there. No, we are only using
Would be less.
would
It would be less
plus the
stressful.
past participle, right? We are not using past perfect. We are only using past participle. So it would be less stressful, right? It would be less stressful. If you arrived early, it would be less stressful. Okay. How about the next one? 22nd, it is third conditional. If I dash to the party, I dash not meet Amanda.
If I had
If I
not gone to the party,
If I had not gone to the party, correct?
would not meet Amanda.
I would not have met Amanda,
Had
right?
yeah.
I wouldn't or I would not have met Amanda. Right. Okay, 23rd one was if Julie dash chocolate, I dash give her some. This is which one? Second condition. Yeah.
if Julie liked chocolate,
Ah, correct.
I could give her
I would or
some.
I could give her some. Correct. If Julie liked chocolate, I would or I could give her some. Correct. Okay. 24th is again second condition. Okay. If Luke dash live in the UK, I dash see him more often.
Ma'am, if Luke lived in the UK,
Correct.
I would have seen him more often.
I would is
I
not
would see.
required. Ah,
I would
Would
I
see
would see him more. Correct.
more.
I would see him more often. If Luke lived in the UK, I would see him more often. Correct. Then comes 25th one. If the children uh,
Had
dash,
not eaten.
uh,
Had
okay,
not eaten.
had not eaten, correct, hadn't
All
eaten,
the
had not
children
eaten, all that chocolate, they
would have not felt sick.
would
wouldn't
have
have
not.
felt sick. Yes,
Yes.
They could not.
wouldn't have felt sick. Correct, correct. So that's third condition. Okay. Then 26 to 30, I leave it up to you because I want to discuss few more questions with you here. I'll just paste it here so that we can do the mixed conditionals also. Let me take that. Just 5 questions. I don't wish to go any further than that.
Ma'am, in last session you said that you would
Uh,
have posed a few more questions regarding zero conditional.
Not zero conditional. It's basically mixed. Zero conditional we don't need. Okay. Uh, what we need is the mixed conditional. Zero conditional is not very difficult
Yeah,
to
yeah.
do
Sorry,
because it's
sorry,
present tense form.
sorry, ma'am. Yeah, I was about to tell.
Yeah. This
Zero.
is this is that only.
Yeah,
These are
okay.
those questions.
Next one.
5 questions from mixed conditional. They're in a different document. I'm just pasting them here. So we look at these questions first, and then if time permits, we go to 26 to 30. Okay. But first, we'll do the 31 to 35th one. So these are all mixed conditional. I would like you to answer based on this. Okay. If I dash pay attention in class last week, I dash understand this lesson better now. So remember, the third conditional is entirely about something that has happened in the past. But then uh, in mixed conditional, what we saw is that there's a mix of the tense. There's a change of tense, right? So action happening in the past with a change in the present. Action happening in the a change in the um, past again leading to a change in the past. So you will have the conditions alter, right, from present to past and from past to present. So that you need to keep in mind when you solve these questions. So 5 of them, they're all in mixed conditionals. Let's see. I hope you remember that past event affects the present and past condition explaining a past result, right? Sorry, present condition explaining a past result. Two types of mixed conditionals you have, wherein the first type where a change in the past leads to a different and leads to a change in the present result as well, and then a change in the present condition change leading to a change in the past result as well. So these are the two conditions we discussed. And what are the what is that, the tense forms that you saw in mixed conditionals?
Ma'am, past
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 perfect,
perfect.
right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, past perfect. And then for the other part, so this
Ma'am,
is from past to present. From past to present, the past is in past perfect, and then the present one, how is it
ma'am, base form
given?
of verb, ma'am.
Would and the base form.
Yes. Okay.
It should be both in. Yeah.
Ma'am, did you ask for answer?
No. If you're ready with the answer, we can discuss. Otherwise, take 1 or 2 minutes.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, done, ma'am.
Ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just a moment. We'll take your answers. Just give me a minute. Okay. Okay, so the first question, how would you feel? So
Ma'am, if
you
I
will have two options in case of mixed conditions. Okay, so one is when you're using it as a past perfect plus the would plus the base form of the verb thing, right? Then you will have another option wherein you have it in the present form, right? If clause is in the present tense and then it's followed by would and then the past participle form, would plus the past participle form, right? So you can choose any based on that. As long as your answer is correct, it's fine. So the first one, if I dash pay attention in the last.
Ma'am, if I had paid
Uh,
attention in the class last week, I would understand this lesson better now.
Tell me the second blank. What is it?
I would understand this lesson
Okay.
better now.
I would understand this lesson better now. Yes, correct. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, I can understand this lesson.
No, here we don't have that option. In the mixed conditionals, we don't have the could or would or might option. Okay.
No, ma'am.
I think we only use.
I'm saying I can understand this question better. Ma'am.
I did not get you. What are you saying?
I can.
I can what? Complete your sentence.
I can understand this lesson better.
That's
Ma'am.
what I also told you. You cannot use
Next.
other forms of verb here. You can only
Yes.
use would in this situation. Okay. For these mixed conditionals, you are not allowed to use any other modal verbs. It's only would. So it's the first blank is in the past perfect form, then followed by would plus the base form of the verb. So if I had paid attention in the class next week, I would understand this lesson better. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Second one would be in. So now we'll use it in the present tense. Okay. Since we've already done the past to present one, let's do the present to past one for 32. If she dash not break her leg last year, she dash play in the tournament today.
Ma'am, if she had not broke her leg
Uh-huh.
last year,
Okay.
she would play in
If
the
she had
tournament.
not broken, okay, past participle. If she had not broken her leg last year,
Yeah, so
she.
broken passport. Yeah,
She
if
could.
she had not broken her leg last year, she would play in the tournament today.
Correct. She would play. She would play in the tournament today.
And she could play.
No. That is. I think that is just what I told you. You don't use that could and might here. That is something that you do in the third conditional or second conditional alone. In mixed, we don't do that.
Okay.
Okay.
We have to tell about present result.
Hmm.
Then
Yeah.
in this case,
We have to talk about the present result.
yes.
Correct.
So you have to use would plus the base
Hmm.
form of the verb.
Correct. Okay. 33rd one would be if they dash not spend all their savings, they dash buy a house this year.
If they had not spent all their saving, they would buy
Hmm.
a house this year.
They would buy a. Okay. So if I change it to present to past, then how can you write this?
They would have bought a house.
The full sentence. How will I have it?
If they hadn't spent all the saving, they would have bought a house this year.
They hadn't spent. Will that be present?
Ma'am, vice versa, like past condition and present
Ah,
result, or maybe present.
ah. Past simple. So if they hadn't, no, if they, you'll have to say if they didn't spend all their savings, because we are going to use simple past for that one. Okay. Um, no, sorry. This is
If this,
present and
ma'am,
real means if I.
yeah, present unreal
Ah,
situation,
hmm,
and so then it should be, I mean, past result. Like
correct.
then in that case, like if I had known the meeting was so important, like I would have prepared more thoroughly.
Hmm. Okay. All right. Um, yeah, I think the present to past one is a little confusing. They should only be reserved for sentences like, at least the sentences that we have, we cannot use the present to past things, right? So I think that is more applicable to sentences which are more imaginative in nature, like, if I were type of sentences. If I were taller than, if I were taller, then I would have been chosen for the team yesterday. All of that. That kind of sentences take the present to past kind of mixed conditional. For the ones I think we have for the exercise, it's mostly past to present. Okay, so we'll stick with that for this exercise. Okay, so 34th one will be if we dash not argue yesterday, we'll do the past to present only. Okay, because the sentences that we have, they can't they you can't make them meaningful by doing the present to past one. The past to present works better here. So if we dash not argue yesterday, we dash be on better terms.
If we wouldn't argued yesterday, uh, then
No, again, if we hadn't, right? Did you say hadn't or wouldn't?
I said wouldn't.
Why? We're doing the past to present, right? So it has to be in past perfect, right? You're doing mixed condition. If we hadn't market, just like the 33rd one, if they hadn't spent all their savings, um, what was that? They would buy a house this year, right? So similarly for 34 would be, if we hadn't argued yesterday, we dash be on better terms now. We would be on better terms now. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We would be on better terms. Okay. So if you notice why this is called a mixed condition will be clearer for you. If you notice the pattern of the tense clearly, you will see that this is actually working like a second conditional. The only difference is that instead of the simple past tense that we use for second conditional, we are using a past perfect form. Okay. If you look at that past to present kind of mixed conditional closely, you will see that. Okay. If we hadn't argued, if it was a second conditional, what would be right? We would write if we did not argue yesterday, we would be on better terms now, right? So the same thing where when it goes to mixed conditional, it becomes like this. If we hadn't argued yesterday, we would be on better terms now. All right. So this is also the reason why we're calling it the mixed conditional, right? I think I told you this in the last class. We'll have flavors of second conditionals and third conditionals here and there. Okay. Last one, 35.
Instead of yes, ma'am. Instead of yesterday, if we use now, then that it would have turned the table. I mean,
Yes, correct. 35, if he dash be more confident, he dash speak up at the meeting yesterday. Same thing.
if he had been more confident,
Correct.
he would speak up at the meeting yesterday.
Correct. If he had been more confident, he would speak up at the meeting yesterday. Okay. So this is, remember, we've only done one kind, okay, from the past to the present. From present to past, there is one particular kind of sentence that always comes up when we make the present to past kind of conditionals. Those sentences are the if I were sub kind of sentences. Maybe we should just do one of them for your listen. If what happened? If I were dash or I dash.
In that case, we use past perfect, right? First sentence.
First sentence.
Yeah, just like for an example, like if I had known the meeting was so important, I would have prepared more thoroughly.
That is wrong. You don't say if I had known. If you
Ma'am,
can say
because it's a past unreal situation. Sorry, present unreal situation and past.
present unreal situation is not expressed the way you are saying it. That is not the right grammatical way of expressing it in the present times. Okay. That kind of construction is usually used when you want to show about a change that happened in the past with present results. So if you want to talk about a present change, then this is the kind of sentences you would construct. Okay. If I were dash. Okay. I dash pluck the fruits from the tree. So it imagines, the condition imagines a different present reality, and the result looks back to a different outcome in the past. Okay. That is what we are trying to do here. So How will you finish this? So it is already given. All you have to write is, in fact, I should have written it without the verse. So what you're going to do is you will write if I were taller, right? Most of the sentences from the present to past conditions appear in this format. If I were taller, if I were stronger, if I were smaller, whatever, if I were better at this job. Most of the sentences appear to be in this format. I think the example in your slide also is similar. If, yeah, instead of were, it uses was and it in a negative form, that's all. It says, if it wasn't urgent, I wouldn't have called you today. Look at this one. I'll write down that sentence also for your reference. 37. If I wasn't, if it wasn't urgent, if it wasn't urgent, I wouldn't have called you today. See this. In both cases, you need to understand one thing, which is we are talking about what is being spoken about in this case, the condition, which is the if clause, right? It talks about or it imagines a different present reality, and the result looks to a different outcome in the past. Okay, the outcome is in the past. Okay, different outcome in the past, but then we are imagining about a present reality. In the previous sentences, what we were doing is we were looking at the past event, right? Something, a change that has happened in the past leading to a change of the results in the present, right? Here it is reverse. That situation is reverse. The outcome is in the past and the imagination is in the present times. Okay. So again, both the sentences, if I were taller, if it wasn't urgent, I wouldn't have called you today. How will you answer this one? If I were taller, I dash pluck the fruits from the tree. How will you fill up this blank?
Ma'am, I would have plucked the fruits from the tree.
Yeah, I would have plucked the fruits from the tree. Okay. So what are we doing? There is would plus the past participle form. Got it? So these are the I think, I will ask them to re-upload this document for this thing, because the original documents don't have the mixed conditional. I think from 31 to 37 we don't have in that document. So I'll just send it off to the team and ask them to upload it, re-upload. This is already there, but without these questions. So I'll ask them to do that. But please do practice on this thing a little more, and particularly on the mixed conditionals and also the verb forms with be. Okay, I see that the confusions are in these. So there is no other catch here. You just need to understand the situation that is being explained and then choose the right verb forms, right? Particularly pay attention to the third conditional and the mixed conditional. Second conditional is usually easy for people, but then if it is tough for you, please take a look at that as well. Okay. But particularly mixed conditionals, because there are two different conditions that it tries to explain to you. So both those conditions should be clear to you before you understand what forms of verb are used. Okay. So what is common in this two, if I have to make it a little easier for you, in both the types, the present to past and the past to present, the past is in both the cases, the past is past perfect, if you have noticed, right? In both the cases, the past is in past perfect. And how about the present thing? That is also, one is in, of course, the present times, and the other one is would plus the base form of the verb, right? So mixed conditionals, you need to find out a way how you can understand this better. But and to know what they do in reality, you just need to know the two situations that they represent, which is talking about a different result in the change in the present reality, which leads to a different outcome in the past. That's the first condition. And then the second condition is when the change in the past leads to a different result in the present. Okay. That's all you need to know. But Learn the verb forms clearly so that you don't mix up. Okay. And remember, in both cases, the past forms when you're representing, they're always in past perfect tense. Okay. So, okay. I think that's fine. If you discuss anything more, it's just going to become more complicated. You need to practice more with the exercises. There are several exercises that's available online. You can even take help from the AI assistants if you want. You can just go tell your AI assistant to, compile a document to practice this second, first, third mixed conditionals. It will generate as many worksheets as you want for you. We live in a good age where we can make use of all of these um, you know, resources. So do that and try to practice this. Solve at least another 15, 20 questions. I think things will be clearer. All right. Okay. Thank you. Then we'll meet again. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, you could write to the discourse or get it clarified in the uh, set live session and all. Okay.
Ma'am. Oh, hello.
Yeah. Tell me, Vishwajit. A little
Yeah.
quicker. I have a class at 5:30. So
Yeah, ma'am, one small request, ma'am. In next Learn with Rope session, ma'am, can we revise like for 15 minutes, last 15 minutes, can we revise the topic from week 1 to like what are the
okay,
topics?
then come prepared with the questions that you have because in 15 minutes we are not going to cover whole of the session. So I have a suggestion instead. What you can do is you take a stock of what are the things that you are confused with. So if you have specific questions for me, it will be easier for me to answer your doubts. I don't mind extending the session by say another 15 to half an hour or anything. I don't mind. But you need to come prepared with the questions. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, just take a stock of things that you're not clear with. Make a list of that and then bring your questions. We can look at it. I don't mind extending the time. I don't have a problem with that, but please come prepared with the questions. Okay. Okay. All right. See you then next week. We'll for the discussion in the last week. We'll have quantifiers and negative sensitive elements plus whatever questions you have. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you so much. I'll see you again. Okay.
Thank you.